Kyrsten Sinema got called out by a Democratic congressman in a very true fashion after she had this weird event with Mitch McConnell, and he, invites her up on stage. He introduces her and is super complimentary of her, and then she compliments him right back. It's not that Republicans and Democrats can't enjoy each other or can't think highly of each other in some world. In this one, Mitch McConnell should not think that you're one of the best Democratic senators. That means you're doing something wrong, I promise. So here's the moment that Mitch McConnell says this initial thing. Then we'll look at Kyrsten Sinema responding once she gets up on stage, and then we'll look at the Democratic congressman calling her out. Take a look.
Including the Chief Justice, of course, a number of years ago. Today, I have the privilege of introducing the senior senator from Arizona. I've only known Kyrsten for 4 years, but she is, in my view, and I've told her this, we're the most effective first-term senator I've seen in my time in the Senate.
The most effective first-term senator I've seen in my time or during my time in the Senate. Well, what does it mean in Mitch McConnell's eyes for you to be an effective first-term senator when you're a Democrat? What? Sorry, guys, I'm dealing with something going on here as far as my sinuses or something. What does that mean? Okay? It means that you're effective at blocking things. Mitch McConnell has openly said, I'm going to block all of Biden's agenda, right? So if Kyrsten Sinema is effective in Mitch McConnell's eyes, it means that Kyrsten Sinema is effective at blocking Biden's agenda, because that's what Mitch McConnell's goals are. It's incredible. So then here is Kyrsten Sinema somewhat responding.
Our apparent differences, Senator McConnell and I have forged a friendship, one that is rooted in our commonalities, including our pragmatic approach to legislating, our respect for the Senate as an institution, our love for our home states, and a dogged determination on behalf of our constituents. In today's partisan Washington.
Yeah, I can't even listen to her any further than that. Kyrsten Sinema, guys, is the mastermind behind much of why we didn't get what we should have. The Democratic Party, Joe Manchin would have also blocked a lot of stuff. So it's kind of them working together as a team. But the thing that was really upsetting about really both of them, but Kyrsten Sinema very blatantly, was she wouldn't really propose what was wrong with the piece of legislation. She would just say, I don't support it, but we can keep negotiating. But she wouldn't lay out clearly, here's what I would support. And why is that something that she would do? Well, it's because if you clearly lay out, I don't support this package because X, Y, and Z are in it. I would support it if you took those out and you added this thing. Well, then maybe that doesn't work. Maybe Biden comes back with a counterproposal, but at least if they agree to it, you can pass it, right? Or you know where you even stand as far as negotiations go. But if you don't give any such plan or any such public articulation of why you don't support the legislation as it stands, then no one knows how to work with you. No one knows how to move forward on getting that legislation changed and then hopefully passed, right? And that's what she did. She would just hide from the question and would negotiate a bunch with Biden, but not clearly lay out what she would support. And it was so upsetting to watch. And she blocked for months in tandem with, or, as a part of the Manchin-Sinema team with Joe Manchin, blocked Biden's agenda that had so many important things in it, that had so many things that would have improved the lives of Americans in it. And they prevented that from happening. Now, eventually, luckily, they got on board with the Inflation Reduction Act, which did also do some really good stuff, but left out a lot of crucial things that we wanted to get done while Biden was president and while he had control of the House and Senate. Now, hopefully, the Democratic Party is able to hold the House, gain seats in the Senate. That would be incredible, so that Sinema and Manchin aren't as relevant. And hopefully Biden could then address some of those things that he missed and wasn't able to get done. But as it stands now, we weren't able to accomplish everything that should have been. I'm using we just kind of loosely, whatever. They weren't able to accomplish everything that they should have because of people not people like, because of Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin, because of those two individuals. And so it's so sickening to see Kyrsten Sinema celebrating that fact in a way by celebrating her friendship with Mitch McConnell. Now, here is the congressman that I mentioned who tweeted out about this. I mean, you could be out there. This is him talking to Sinema on Twitter. I mean, you could be out there helping our candidates, Senator Sinema, but my sense is that you would actually prefer the Democrats lose control of the Senate and the House. So he's responding to a Q&A that she did during this McConnell event, where she says, as you all know, control changes between the House and Senate every couple of years. It's likely to change again in just a few weeks. And so then he's saying, listen, you could be out there trying to help Democratic candidates, but I don't think you are. I don't think you're trying to make it more likely that the Democratic Party holds on to the House and the Senate, because you probably like the idea of the Republican Party coming into power. Because,
all right, let's check out.
Gosh, sorry guys, a preview of our next story, because then you know nothing's going to get done. You don't have to block it because it just won't happen. Right? So upsetting stuff there. Good job from that congressman, and more people in the Democratic Party need to call out Kyrsten Sinema for her obstruction.